Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Josie's Point of View, where we focus on human interest stories from the Carolinas and beyond. Today it's Saturday and it's August the 27th, 2022. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, I'd like to extend to you a warm welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you find the information here to be informative. And if you're a return viewer, by all means, thank you for coming back. You know, I always say the tide changes so frequently here on these YouTube streets. So you always have to acknowledge where your support comes from. And I want you to know, I sincerely thank you for your support. Feel free to like and to share this video. And don't forget to subscribe. And our story today takes us to the city of Winston Salem here in North Carolina. Take a look at the headline. And it reads, North Carolina man who set his mother on fire is charged with murder. I'll provide you with a summary here, and as always, I'll place links to a few of the full articles in the description box. So today I want to begin with an admission. You may have noticed that lately I have not been covering domestic assault cases, and there's a valid reason for that. But rather than sharing the details and have it embedded in another video, I wanted to develop a separate video to tell you about that in particular. But the final compromise for me was to dedicate the entire month of October to sharing domestic assault cases. And again, I've had a good reason, but today I had to make an exception. This case was just so cruel, it simply could not wait. And that's because the victim in this case, 72-year-old Joanna Parker, pictured here, she lived in this house on Lyons Road in Winston-Salem. She lived there for a very long time, and she was known for her smile and for her kindness. Well, her life ended in the most horrific way, and what's even more shocking was the individual who family members witnessed and videotaped from a residence across the street as he ended her life. And the other person is James Wesley Parker, age 48, who lived with his mother, Joanna Parker, in that house on Lyons Street. And now James Wesley Parker has been charged with murder for what he did to his mother. And this is what has been reported about this incident. Police say they received a report about a burn-related incident, an assault at the Lyons Street home. The caller indicated that someone at that residence had been set on fire, and the call came from a resident directly across the street who just happened to be related to the individuals living in this particular house. Apparently, the witness, who just happened to be Mrs. Parker's great niece, well, she told police she saw James Parker pour gasoline on his mother and set her on fire. And this all happened on the front porch of that residence. When police and emergency responders arrived, they found 71-year-old Joanna Parker engulfed in flames. Authorities were able to distinguish the fire, but Mrs. Parker had to be transported to the nearby hospital for treatment of her injuries, and unfortunately, she did not survive. The burn injuries were fatal. Families say Mrs. Parker was wheelchair-bound, and she suffered third and fourth-degree burns throughout her body. And here is one photo showing the front porch immediately after that attack. Now this really shows the concrete slab making up that front porch, and this is before the area had been cleaned out. And looked like there's a portion of a wheelchair or some sort of ambulation device. So this is the lower portion, and you can also see a lot of burnt matter close to the wall. And here is the wall itself, and this is after the area, most of it, the debris had been cleaned out. So the wall is burned, and in most of the front doors seem to be burned with a lot of smoke on it as well, as you can see in this photo. And here's a picture just showing mostly the slab, but you see how burnt that is? That must have been one heck of a fire. And as a result, this past Monday, it was reported that 48-year-old James Wesley Parker had been arrested and charged with murder, and he remains in the Forsyth County Jail where he's being denied bond. Now, he did have a first court appearance on Tuesday, but an outcome of that court appearance was not available. I could not find it. And so the investigation into the tragic death of Mrs. Joanna Parker continues. Her accused killer is locked up, and behind the scene, the investigation is ongoing. Family members say that the home, the area had been blocked off, and for several hours, investigators could be seen going in and out collecting information, and this took place many hours after the incident happened. One reporter indicated that a red gasoline tank was also seen in the front yard, and again, that was seized as evidence, but police are just not releasing any more information about this case. And as you can imagine, family members and even friends and neighbors are just devastated. But all that's left for relatives right now is the memory of an elderly family member who had a radiant smile, a smile they say that would light up a room, and the tragedy and the trauma for those who witnessed the horrible incident that took her life. And this is me saying right now, and I must say allegedly, it seems as if he wanted to kill her. And I say that because he poured gasoline. Who pours gasoline on someone and then lights a match? It must have been a heck of a lot of gasoline. Pours the gasoline, lights a match, especially when that woman is disabled. She's unable to walk. I hope there's a special place in hell reserved just for him. And so you have another ruthless and another horrific case of family domestic violence. It has to stop. But that's all I have for you right now. Feel free to leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about this video, and by all means feel free to like it and to share it. And if you haven't done so already, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel by clicking on that red subscribe button. It's on the bottom right hand corner of your screen. And if you click on the bell that looks just like this one right here, that's the notification bell. If you click on that notification bell, you'll be the first to know whenever a new video is uploaded. I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.